Dear brothers, I need to open our time together with an important announcement. At the insistence of the Holy See, we will not be voting on the two action items in our documentation regarding the abuse crisis, that is, the standards of accountability for bishops and the special commission for receiving complaints against bishops. The Holy See has asked that we delay voting on these so that our deliberations can inform and be informed by the global meeting of the conference presidents that the Holy Father has called for February 2019. I'm sorry for the late notice, but in fact, this was conveyed to me late yesterday afternoon. Although I am disappointed that we will not be taking these actions tomorrow in terms of vote, I remain hopeful that this additional consultation will ultimately improve our response to the crisis we face.
It is clear that the Holy See is taking seriously the abuse crisis in the Church, seeing it as a watershed moment, not just for the Church in this country, but around the world, in putting so much emphasis on the February meeting. At the same time, as you are our representative going to that meeting, we need to be very clear with you where we stand, and we need to tell our people where we stand. And so I would suggest that we carry on our discussions on these documents, that we fine-tune them through our understanding, debate, and the ways that amendments can be proposed, and that instead of taking a binding vote as an action item, we take a resolution ballot so that we can communicate to you as you go to that meeting representing us where we stand and what we need to say in that discussion. I also would then suggest, given the urgency of this moment, that instead of waiting until June, we have a special session in March to deal precisely with this issue. We need as a conference, as brother bishops, to take up this issue for the good of the Church in this country without delay. We can benefit from the discussions that happen in February. In fact, may find some new insights that we had not thought of. But we need to act soon, without delay. I realize that having a meeting in March will be a logistic headache for staff and for all of our calendars, but it is something that we cannot delay. There's an urgency here. And so I would ask you and the leadership of the conference to give consideration to that, and maybe as we meet tomorrow to discuss this particular proposal and get a sense of the House if we can proceed this way. Thank you.
Thanks, Cardinal Subich. I think that's something we could probably bring up tomorrow to the brethren as we do the agenda and move on with the meeting tomorrow.